Every man faces a moment that hits like a cold blade, the realization he's been played. Not because he's weak, not because he's a fool, but because he cared too damn much. He trusted. He poured his soul into believing someone was who they swore they were. That moment of clarity cuts deeper than any knife, deeper than the betrayal itself. It's the second you see the strings they held, the ones they tugged while you danced, oblivious to their silent tune. You've been there, haven't you? That sick twist in your gut when you sense the game but can't quite name it. It's not just a fleeting sting, it's a wake-up call, a call to reclaim your power, to break free from the invisible chains of manipulation. And here at WisdomWavesAura, we're diving into the truth, peeling back the layers to show you how to stand unshaken in a world that thrives on pulling your strings. Manipulation doesn't just prey on the naive or the weak, it hunts the strongest among us. The men with the biggest hearts, the ones who wear loyalty like a badge, who were raised to keep their word, to stand tall, to endure through storms. That's not weakness, that's strength. But in the wrong hands, that strength becomes a weapon turned against you. Manipulators don't seek out fools, they seek men with open hearts, unguarded minds, and a hunger to believe in the good. They know you'll give, you'll trust, you'll hold on, hoping for the best. And that's where they sink their hooks. It's not about intelligence or grit, it's about your willingness to see the good in others, even when the evidence screams otherwise. At WisdomWavesAura, we're here to help you see those hooks before they catch you, to arm you with the wisdom to protect your heart without closing it off. You've felt it, that subtle shift when someone dangles just enough affection to keep you tethered, then yanks it away when they want something more. That quiet panic when their silence stretches too long, when their approval feels like a distant star you're desperate to reach. You bend your standards, compromise your values, just to keep the connection alive. You tell yourself, if I give a little more, wait a little longer, maybe they'll come through. Maybe they'll see me. Maybe they'll match the loyalty I've poured out. That's how it happens, not by force, but by choice. You hand over the strings, one thread at a time, in the name of love, loyalty, or hope. You become a puppet, not because someone chained you, but because you gave them the power to pull. On WisdomWavesAura, we talk about breaking that cycle, about recognizing the game before you're too deep to walk away. The ancient Stoics saw this game centuries ago, long before we slapped modern labels on it. Epictetus, a man born into slavery, watched tyrants and masters bend others with words, promises, and threats. He learned a truth most men still miss: no one can manipulate you if you refuse to place your peace, your worth, your freedom in their hands. A man who governs himself is untouchable. That's the secret, the one we're unpacking at WisdomWavesAura. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, scratched this into his private journal: it never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. Think about that. You'll bleed for someone's approval while ignoring the voice in your head screaming the truth. You'll twist yourself into knots, betray your own conscience, just to win a smile. That's the root of every manipulation, the addiction to validation, the craving to be seen, the need to be enough. Manipulators know this. They study you like a hunter studies prey. They see how your eyes light up at their praise, how your chest tightens when they pull away. They know what you crave, and once they do, they own you. So how do you break free? You take back your power. You learn to sit with the silence, to breathe through the discomfort, to stop begging for the tension to end. You stop needing their pat on the head like a kid who's done well. When you can stand in that storm without reaching for their hand, their grip on you fades. Epictetus said it best: when someone stirs your anger, know that it's your own judgment being stirred. The button they push, you built it. Your need for resolution, your fear of rejection, your hunger for clarity, that's the lever they pull. Dismantle it, and their hands come up empty. At WisdomWavesAura, we're not just talking philosophy, we're giving you practical tools to spot those levers, to see the game, and to walk away with your dignity intact. But there's another layer, another trap. It's not just approval, it's promises. Manipulators thrive on promises, not patterns. They dangle just enough hope to keep you hooked. They whisper change, hint at commitment, say the words you're starving to hear. But look closer, the pattern never shifts. The cycle spins on repeat. Seneca, another Stoic, warned, "We are easily deceived by that which we desire." Damn right. You wanted to believe her when she said she'd treat you better. You wanted to believe that friend would finally show up. You wanted the story to change so badly you ignored the evidence staring you in the face. You chained yourself to their words instead of watching their actions. The cure. Brutal but simple: stop listening to promises. Study patterns. Ignore the speeches. Watch the history. A single action repeated speaks louder than 1,000 apologies. You already know who they are, your pain comes from refusing to admit it. At Wisdom Waves Aura, we're here to help you face the truth, to cut through the noise and see people for who they are, not who you wish they'd be. Here's the deepest cut, the one most men dodge: the manipulator's greatest weapon isn't charm or silence or sweet words. It's your attachment to outcomes you can't control. They dangle what you crave just out of reach: her affection, his loyalty, that opportunity, that recognition. And because you've convinced yourself your peace depends on grabbing it, you chase. You beg. You sell your dignity piece by piece, thinking the payoff will make you whole. But the Stoics burned this into their bones: you control only your effort, your choices, your standards. Everything else, their opinion, their love, their mood, their decisions, that's wind. If your happiness hinges on the wind, you'll always be blown where it wants. That's not freedom, that's slavery. At Wisdom Waves Aura, we're teaching you to stand firm, to root yourself in what you control, so the wind can howl, and you won't budge. So detach, not with coldness, not with cruelty, but with clarity. Remind yourself every day: I govern what I do. I govern how I think. I govern the boundaries I set. What happens beyond that isn't mine to carry. Live this way, and the bait loses its shine. They can dangle affection, withdraw praise, play their games, and you'll stand unmoved. Marcus Aurelius called it the inner citadel, a fortress no one can breach. But that fortress isn't built overnight. It's forged every time you keep a promise to yourself, every time you hold a boundary even when it hurts, every time you speak your truth even when your voice shakes. Brick by brick, you build a man who cannot be bent. At Wisdom Waves Aura, we're not just sharing ideas, we're building that fortress with you, step by step, so you can stand tall in a world that wants you to bow. When you stop chasing, when you stop bending, something shifts. You don't just escape manipulation, you earn respect. People feel it, the weight of a man who'd rather walk away than betray himself. That presence can't be shaken. The pull will still come, that temptation to bend, to chase, to hope. But awareness changes everything. That pause between their tug and your response, that quiet moment where you say, I see the game, that's where your freedom lives. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment about them. And it is in your power to wipe out that judgment. That's the ancient secret, the one we're shouting from the rooftops at Wisdom Waves Aura: clear sight, calm presence, mastery of self. A man who governs himself cannot be governed by anyone else. This isn't about shutting people out or hardening your heart. It's about seeing clearly, about choosing who's worthy of your trust, your time, your loyalty. It's about recognizing that your worth doesn't live in their approval or their promises, it lives in you. At Wisdom Waves Aura, we're here to guide you through that journey, to help you spot the strings before they're pulled, to teach you how to stand in your power without losing your compassion. Manipulation thrives in the shadows, but wisdom brings the light. You've been played before, but you don't have to be again. Take back the strings. Build your citadel. Live free. And if you're ready to dive deeper into this path, to learn how to navigate a world full of games without losing yourself, subscribe to Wisdom Waves Aura on YouTube. We're here to walk with you, to share the tools, the stories, and the truths that set you free.